Great. Well, congratulations. How are you feeling after a performance like that?
Amazing.
I mean, there's no other word for that, right?
I guess.
Is that what you expected to happen, or did you think you'd have to have a harder fight with him?
It's always prepare for the worst. How does it go? Like prepare for the worst. You know what I'm saying. Like expect. I don't know. You know what I mean?
I know what you mean.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Expect the 3 rounds. Hope for
Hope for the best. Yeah, exactly.
There we go. So, what did you expect from him?
I actually expected maybe like a hardcore fight, like a bloody fight. I was ready to get down. I've been through some dog fights before. He seemed like a warrior. But I also told myself, no matter how hard this fight's gonna be, I'm gonna have fun with it.
How do you have fun in there?
Just get loose right before I come out to some Bay Area music, So I walk in there and it always puts me right at home when I come out to some Bay Area music. There's just something about it that just takes over me. I'm confident. Reminds me of when I was growing up, when I was literally the kid on the bus. I always remind myself that I'm the kid in the bus. Sometimes I'm scrapping with people and stuff like that. It always puts me in this mindset where it's like kill or be killed. There's no referee, you just go all out, So, and every time I do that, I always come in there a little loose, and it always reminds me of where I came from, and that always gives me the strength to fight through anything.
Did you have a lot of fights on the bus?
When I used to take the bus a lot everywhere I went. I used to, work as a kid, and I used to get in a lot of fights as a kid, especially in the neighborhood, standing up for my family and stuff like that. In the Philippines, I used to get in a lot of fights. I used to get in a lot of fights in school, outside of school, before the bus, after the bus. So, but when I was the kid on the bus, like it just reminds me of how hard my life was growing up. That's what I mean by that.
Is that how you kind of found this career? Is realizing you were good at it on the street?
Yeah, well, I found out I was good at it. I didn't do martial arts for me. I did it honestly because I was just myself and my 2 sisters and my mom. So I wanted to learn martial arts originally. What motivated me to stay in it was to protect them because I was the only boy in the house. And then everyone in school saw I was a pretty good athlete, so they got me into football and wrestling. And then my friends got me into fighting and kickboxing, and it was like, I was a small kid, and I found out I was really good at it. Like I had power, and as a small dude, I could just knock people out. I would knock out adults when I was like 15, 13 years old, 14 years old. I could just knock people. I was really small. I could knock people out. So that's how I found out, just by defending myself and defending my family.
Can you talk to me a little bit about your opponent? I know you didn't, fight him very long, but was there anything about him that surprised you, or what did you think of him?
I knew he was an explosive fighter, fast, well poised, know how to control the distance well. But yeah, he was everything I expected, honestly. I just felt like it was going to go longer, and I thought I was going to go into the second or third round and would have to dog him out for a win. But I'm glad I got the win the way I did.
When you think of a career and you're undefeated, do you think of that like I gotta keep this undefeated record, or does that really not matter to you?
I'm gonna be honest with everything. I don't feel any added pressure from anything, from the record, from people putting bets, or my friends or family. I put enough on myself, and I honestly, after all the stuff I've been through, I think because I'm a little bit older and more mature, I enjoy the moment. I enjoy fighting. I enjoy not having to work a regular job. So I just really and no matter what, I always fight my heart out. It's kind of a standard for the scrap pack in my team to have that mentality. So it's so ingrained in us, I don't even think about it.
If you didn't do this, what would you be doing for your job? Like, what were you doing before this?
What was it? I did everything. I was coordinating a construction company. I did sales for New York Times. I did all kinds of things, I'm a well-rounded person. But I did a lot of construction, and that's what gave me strength, especially working with concrete, working with my hands. I've been doing that my whole life, breaking concrete since I was 7, 8 years old, carrying sandbags. And then that made me strong, and everyone in school saw how I was pretty strong pound for pound, and that's what got me into sports. Everyone from my community in San Rafael, Marin County, California, though I blame those guys and my friends around there for helping me get into MMA, get into sports, because my mom raised me to be an intellectual and an artist, actually. But they got me into sports and stuff like that. So shout out to you guys.
What kind of art?
I can do anything in art. Painting, ceramics, anything, drawing. I'll show you guys someday. But I have 2 murals in Berkeley, California.
Nice.
Yeah.
What's next for you? Who do you want to fight? When do you want to fight?
I want a top 30, top 20 guy. I'm healthy. Send me somebody, dude. I can't wait. This is too fun. I'm 10-0. And it's all hard fights. This is my 3rd UFC fight, 3 LFA, 3 Bellator. So, you know what? But UFC, it's just too fun to fight here. So, but you have to put me in an arena. I am too fun and too exciting to not be in an arena. Please, Dana, get me in an arena. I'm going to put on a show.
Is there a specific city you'd like to fight in?
Chase Center in San Francisco. If you can make Chase Center happen, I'm going to make that place explode.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Right over here. So I know you have all the confidence in the world in your skills, and you've had some big wins in other promotions, but has any part of this run kind of been surreal?
The whole thing's been surreal. I can't even believe I'm here and everything. That's why I enjoy it and I embrace it, and it means so much to me. I'm going to fight my heart out, you know. It means the world to me. MMA, martial arts. I mean, yes, it is still surreal that I'm even in this. Sometimes I wake up, I'm like, what am I doing? Am I really in this? So it's crazy. So, yeah, it is.
And so I know you have a little bit less than a year before you turn 35, but they have this whole negative stereotype that the lower divisions, once you hit 35, you start falling off. So you think it's about time you shut out that thought process?
Yeah, I don't have that much miles on me. Honestly, when I was younger, like 22, I had more white hair when I was 22 than I do now. I have like 1. I know I got to tell everyone this. It's not how old you are, it's how old you feel. And I'm fast as hell. I feel great. Honestly, I feel like I'm 23, you know, so bring it on. It's also how much miles you've taken on your body, how much damage and everything like that. So let's bring it on.
Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Right over here. It's been a little less than a year since you earned that UFC contract here inside this very venue. Is this the start to the UFC career that you envisioned all along?
Yes, I'm so glad to have that. I thought I'd be fighting in an arena. That's the only difference. But other than that, yeah, it's been amazing so far.
And speaking of that night, you also mentioned your support from back home going into that night where you got the contract. But now after back-to-back knockouts, you've also gained support from UFC fans in general. So how does that feel, you know, seeing your socials grow and all of that grow?
It's amazing. I'm very grateful for everything. I'm very grateful for the chance to be here, the chance to talk to you guys, the chance for my fans, for everyone. So thank you guys for everything. I really appreciate it.
And another one that the fans enjoyed was the drop of your Chihuihuis merch. So how did that come together? And yeah.
So Raul Rosas, I knew him for years. He trained out Dave Terrell's part of Gilbert Melendez Scrap Pack crew, you know. And so I've been training with him for years. And Carlos, which is his best friend, is also my best friend. And Carlos made up the saying, and I've been friends with them for years now. And he's been saying that ever since I known him. So the fact that it got viral, and they asked, we didn't know we were going to end up here. I didn't know Raul was going to be the youngest in the UFC. I didn't even know I was going to be in the UFC. So it's funny, it came all full circle. So when they asked me, hey, you want to hop on? I'm like, hey, that's what homies do, right? So here we are.
You give us your best Chihuihuis?
Chihuihuis!
Congratulations.
Hell yeah, thank you.
Was Raul here? I could have sworn I saw.
Raul, where you at?
I could have sworn I saw him come in earlier. Did you get to chop it
he
up?
did. He's in here. He's in the stadium, yeah.
That's awesome, man. And last time we talked, we mentioned, just being proud, representing the Filipino heritage. Manny doing his thing here. You gave us another, like a Pacquiao Morales type of banger, man. Can we just expect that from you going forward? Is that too much to ask?
Oh, absolutely. I take out Filipinos are great strikers. I come from there. I was born in the Philippines, came to the Bay Area when I was 6. I remember a lot. I'm going to come back, help out the people there, and it's maybe spread the MMA as well.
And last for me, you mentioned that whole on the bus. We got so much stuff going on with, bullying and social media and, all that stuff. Like, give me that message to people who are experiencing that Monday morning. They know exactly what you mean by that.
You know what? I always tell people this. I always tell myself this. Like, whatever I go through, you got to believe there's something bigger and better out there for you. That you're not going to throw away your life over some BS, and that you're going to persevere through everything, and you're going to find a way. If you don't find a way, you're going to make a way. If you don't find a door, you're going to build a door. And that's what I want everyone to learn and get from me.
That's awesome, man. Great example. Congrats on the win. Salamat po.
Thank you. Thank you so much, yes.
Should we do your boy?
Gee wee whiz, there they are right there. Yay, 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 yay. Heck yeah.
Congrats.
Thank you guys.